appreciate it. And oh, I also just opened a new like page, the Cowgirl Astrologer, on Facebook. So I'll try to remember to put the link below, but you should be able to find me. Come visit, get your coffee, come over. It's kind of inspirational, update, basic, fun, little conversations. I'd like to see more conversations on it, so come on over. I'm excited about today's video. I'm going to try to stay calm because the moon is in Gemini full right now. It's getting fuller and fuller and fuller. It's almost at its peak. And Gemini lights up my third house of communication out to the world. So I just have so many things to tell you guys right now. And this is really what I want to talk to you guys about, is working through these transits. I have a Pisces ascendant and a moon in Pisces, many of you know. I also have a sun in Virgo. So I'm learning myself about the power of our natal charts and how it connects to what's happening in the world. So during this year, I'm going to be focusing my channel more on following these transits. We're in the most amazing times right now, you guys. And I don't want you to be scared. I hear a lot of, being scared and all these things. And I want you to understand that these planets are fighting for you. Let's just look at it like that. It's kind of a fun way to look at it. Okay, we don't know if they actually have a mind and are really personally fighting for you. But somehow, somewhere, when all this was set into action and created, it was set up that these energies would influence and direct our lives in patterns and in lessons, and it would help us become all that we were created to be over a whole journey. And I just think that's so amazing. So I am going to attempt, this is kind of new for me, this platform. So today's my first trial. This is kind of a little, just a little bit of what I'm going to do all year. Okay, and I welcome your comments. If you are astrologers out there and you want to add to what I'm saying, I would love that for my audience. So please feel free. I don't have any problem with that. And for those of us aspiring astrologers, this is an exciting time for us in life to learn and grow and be able to share things with you. So we're going to start out right now. I'm just going to focus on one planetary happening going on, and that's Mars in Libra. I was talking about that in my October video, getting all of you Libras ready. We're going to take on Mars in Libra right now. And Mars in Libra just entered the show on December 7th, 2013, just a couple weeks ago. So I wonder how you guys, if you're feeling this energy. I am. I have Mercury and Venus in Libra in my 7th house. So for those of you astrologers that are listening, you guys are going, oh my gosh. It's working on my partnerships. I'm having to review my whole life of relationships, past, present, future, ones that I don't even know yet. And that's the highlight. And so that's what I want to help you guys with. Now, these little messages I'm going to give you today are brief, and they're not specific for you and your whole chart. They're a general energy coming through all of us and will highlight themes in your life. If you want something more specific to how exactly and how you're seeing it and different real intricate details, which I think you guys should get, you can order a reading with me. And I do 15-minute readings, and I go into the details, and everybody that's getting them are just really, I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So, but this is general. So here we go, you guys. Let's start looking at it. Let's start with Aries. Okay, you guys. Things have been crazy for you. With Uranus that came into Aries, this is highlighting your whole life. It's like the Aries have taken the front lines right now in this battle. And you guys are right up in front. Now, Uranus and Aries just went backwards, or was backwards, starting in June of 2013 till today. Today is the day that it is moving forward. It's just starting, though, so we don't have any energy. It's kind of stationary, but it's kind of like it takes a minute to go from going backwards to get going forward. So now we're going forward. So if you have felt stuck, Aries, or like you've had to go back and really review, maybe you've completely changed your mind. You were headed one direction, and all of a sudden your whole world switched to another. And you got to see some, what do you want to do? You see the plans differently. Now things are going to start moving forward for you. So get excited. But Mars in Libra is looking at your 7th house. And your 7th house is your relationships. And a lot of times with Aries, you guys are just so forward thinking. And it's kind of like, the theme is, either, move over, get out of the way, get behind, whatever you need to do. But, I'm going forward. And that's the incredibleness of the Aries energy, that Mars energy. But a lot of times it's hard for you guys to slow down and actually look at it from somebody else's perspective. To really listen and not be thinking of what you're going to say next, or not competing, or not having to say the last word, not having to be right to be happy. It's not about being right anymore. It's about finding solutions so everybody can work in a harmonious way. And so Mars and Libra is coming in and shaking up your world there. And, you may have some new relationships that come in when Mars goes retrograde, which will be March 1st to May 19th of 2014. You may, have to really fix some relationships, or some old relationships may come back into your life that you didn't settle, and you just need to make it right. A lot of times in life, we can't always resolve every situation, and some things get left with no closure. And sometimes in life, there's an opportunity for that to gain new perspective, and you see it differently. You have a new eyes for it, and you can be more forgiving and more compassionate, which is the Neptune in Pisces energy, which we'll be talking about throughout the year. So I'm just giving you guys little hints. But back to Mars in Libra, Taurus, this is highlighting your 6th house. So this is about work. This is about work. And this is about your relationships at work. How are they going? Is there relationships you've been trying to make work for a long time, and now you just see it's just not going to work? Sometimes that happens, you guys, and it has nothing to do with you being good and them being bad, or them being bad and you being good. Sometimes it just happens to be that two different people see the world through two radically opposing different perspectives. That's why when we do relationship charts, we look to see, are you guys going to be able to see things in a way that will be harmonious? And even if you have different planets, which you should, are they going to be compatible in sharing different perspectives? Or are these two energies just going to not be able to see eye to eye? And sometimes they come into your life for a period to show you the things you need to see. If you're having the same patterns in your life, in your relationships, because Mars in Libra is going to be all about relationships no matter what house it falls into. So it's just going to highlight different areas of your life. Also, I want to make note, which I should have made note at the beginning. This is for your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. Your moon sign will see it a little bit more emotionally, but your rising sign will really be the most accurate in what we're talking about here. So we've talked about Taurus in the 6th house. So just be looking at your work situations. Gemini in the 5th house. This is going to have you look at your children. Are you being creative? Have you been spending time? Are you listening to them? Have you been too busy? This is the time to go back to basics and maybe even get excited about a childhood passion you used to have. Maybe you've been too busy, and your children, you just haven't stopped to see where are they at? What are they doing? What do they love? Maybe I should throw the ball with them a little bit. Maybe I just need to enjoy life. This is your 5th house of creativity and children and fun. I love the 5th house. That's my favorite house. Cancers, this is your 4th house. You're dealing with your intimate home life, your mother, your father, your partners, husband, wives, children, your siblings, kind of all encompassing depending on what home is for you. That's what you guys have to look at. What does home mean for you when you look at these houses? You have to use a little bit of intuitive, and understanding to what these houses mean. But this is having you look at your family for 8 months. It's not letting you off the hook. Cancers, you've got to compromise as well. You've been through a hard time. But you've learned to stand on your own 2 feet. You've learned you're stronger than you think. So you can take this on, but you've got to compromise. And you too got to see it from the other person's perspective. So see, we've got Aries working on this and Cancer's working on this. So if you have relationships with somebody with Aries, somebody with Cancer, you might be both working on these things. This way we can be more compassionate for each other and understanding, or at least realize it's not going to change, and here's why. And that's okay. Sometimes it just doesn't work, no matter how hard you try to make it work. And the longer you try to make something work that's already lost its vitality, that's served its purpose, the longer it's like it is beating a dead dog. You just it takes a lot of energy, and you can waste years trying to resurrect something that it's not meant to be resurrected. It had its day, it had its time, and it had its purpose, and that's okay. Leo's in the third house. This is siblings, relationships. This is also out in the internet, communication. Leo's, you are going to be pushed back out there. You've been hiding. You've been hiding in the background, and you've just been going through a lot. See, Saturn's in Scorpio, and I'm not going to get into a big Saturn and Scorpio thing right now, but who is squaring Saturn and Scorpio? Leos are getting squared. Aquariuses are getting squared, and Tauruses are getting opposed. So this Saturn and Scorpio energy is coming in and opposing what you're doing. It's because it's trying to redirect you. It doesn't want you to go that way anymore. It wants you to take something with you, so it's not completely asking you for everything, but it's having you really look at that and say, these areas of my life need evaluation. They need the eagle eye. They need the audit. Just think of Saturn and Scorpio as the big auditor. We hate the auditor, right? Yeah. Well, he's auditing everybody. But Leos, you've been being audited, and you've had to really look at your stuff. And you're facing some stuff with your siblings and with those people in your life. But you need to get out there. You need to start socializing. You need to make some new friends. You need to get excited about some new things. You don't want to just keep harboring in the past and trying to fix it again. Something that just one thing about Neptune and Pisces is it dissolves. Just let that healing energy dissolve some of this pain. Some of this stuff that you just can't fix all the time. Just let it dissolve that edge on it, and just give it some time. Sometimes things have to unfold. And Jupiter is in Cancer retrograde right now. So Jupiter is in the 12th house of a Leo. So if you're Leo, you're dealing with old stuff right now, old family stuff, and you're just working through it. So work through it. You got 8 months. Just let it be a part of your life. We're always wanting to just get rid of something because it doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. It's not grandiose. It doesn't have a big bow on it. Well, you know what? Sometimes in life we just have to put our sweats on, put our tennies on, put an old t-shirt on, and, read a good book and cry a little bit and, just do things that would let us heal. I don't know. That sounds crazy, but we just got to stop. Don't brush your hair for a day, and just stop and listen and learn and see what is the message you need to be getting, so you can't go into the future with the old ways of thinking, you guys. This is what is so important. And I have this little analogy. I forgot about this, but I just remembered. This was my little dress when I was 3 years old, and I just found it in my hope chest. My mother saved it for me, and this, of course, I'm a Virgo sun, so I collect all these little things, my childhood trappings. And I wore this when I was 3 years old, and I have pictures of it. I have to look for them, but my Aunt Mary made it for me, and she made it out of love, all handmade. And but this is 41 years later. I'm a woman. I think I'm a woman. This is when I was a child. Now, it would be cute for me to bring this out and show you guys, and it's cute for me to tell you about it. But I don't know if it would be really that cute if I tried to put it back on and live in it. It wouldn't be that cute anymore. It'd be kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's doing that. So I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to tell you is, are you trying to live your whole life in this dress? Change your clothes. Brush your hair a different way. Do something different. Who are you becoming? What do you want to look like? Go buy a new shirt. Go buy some new clothes that represent the new you. Start living it out. And if you're just dwelling in the past, you guys, you know what? This wouldn't sustain you. This would keep you in a box. I mean, it's almost a boxy little dress. It's cute, but it's sure boxy. I don't want to live in this box for the rest of my life. And we're not going to. Now, if you resist all this, these planetary alignments and all this energy trying to push you forward, and you want to fight it, you can fight it, but you'll just be stagnant. And the energies kind of will turn inward. And we can't, this is too much energy to go inward. So we've got to keep it flowing. Let the healing happen. Obey. Obey what you're supposed to do. I know it sounds crazy, but obey. Just do the right things and move forward. Don't hang on. Okay, gosh, I'm off on a big tangent. Virgo, second house, money, yay! Now you're finally going to work on money, and you're going to be obsessed with it, because us Virgos we have had it so hard since Saturn in Virgo 5 years ago. I was just telling somebody that, us Virgos, we like to make money and see it right away. I want to do the job and then have the reward. That's like perfect. And immediately, and just one job after another job after another job. We like that. We like that order, and we get the reward. Well, Saturn Virgo came in and just stirred up our lives and broke down our realities of what is the most creative way to move forward. And I'm so glad it happened. I would never be sitting here today if Saturn and Virgo hadn't stopped and flipped over my whole world. I would have kept going. I would have had no reason to stop and try to find a new way. And this new way is a part of the new me, and it's a new way for me to express it. Otherwise, I would be living in the old dress, right? So this is now our time. We are making money. We're done. We're done with this not being in control of our financial worlds. And I think we've had to learn to, I'm talking to Virgos, we've had to learn to let people help us. We've had to learn to be vulnerable. We've had to learn to be weak, humble, imperfect. And we've had to learn a lot of humility, and yet we've had to get back our creative side. We can do this, we can be inventive, get out the old shoebox and how can I make this into something, get that creative side going. So that's happening for us. Libra, it's your first house. This is all about your identity. Mars and Libra will be highlighting your first house, your whole world, your whole outer world, and the persona that you are created to have is going to be highlighted. And so I just see great things, new titles, new jobs, new partnerships, new people, new relationships. And you're just not going to put up with anything. You're done. You're really getting clear, and you've kind of been the underdog for a long time. Same thing for, Saturn and Libra. Libras also have had a really hard time. It's kind of like those Saturns come in a row, and you'll see those people go through. It's like can be 10, 12 years of groups of people. And if you have all those different signs in your life, you're going through the different Saturns with them. So, and it's not like you can pick and choose, okay, I'm not going to be your friend because that's when your Saturn is. I guess you could, but you would really eliminate, you'd have to really work that out over the years to be avoiding everybody's Saturns. I don't know how you do it. This is your time. It's time to shine, time to get things right, time to stand up for yourself. But it's also time to continue to compromise in a more powerful and effective way. It's just new ideas. The old way isn't working. And the areas that aren't resolved are going to be resolved during this time. It's just going to take a time, and that's why we've got 8 months. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. Scorpio, this is your 12th house, 8 months. So you've got to go inward. You've got to go inward, and you've got to deal with those real subconscious things, those things that have gone through your fibers over the years that are holding you back. And no matter how you feel, no matter how you've tried to avoid it, maybe how you've tried to replace it, it still creeps in. It still has its toxicity just creeping around, calling your name all the time. And, this is a healing time if you choose. This also can be a time of obsessions. If you hang on to the resentments, you might become more obsessive for 8 months. And you don't want that. You're tired. It's been a long haul of a lot of your own stuff. And you've got Saturn in Scorpio. He's really powerful right now. He's highlighting the middle of the month Scorpios, I think 19-degree risings. You guys can check that. You guys are still getting called out. And it's just about getting your intentions right. It doesn't want you to waste any more energy harboring of the past. You're not going to be a good use for the future if you're hanging on to the past. And this is really hard on Scorpios, but trust it. And again, you might be just even dealing with consequences, or, maybe relationships you've lost control of. Let it go. You just use your wisdom. Be an example of that wisdom. And, those ships will get righted down the road. Just work on yourself right now. Just take a break. It's been a lot of energy for you through the months of October and November, and you just need time to heal and enjoy it. Take yourself out on a date. Go to the beach. Take yourself out to dinner and just be with yourself. And that's not hard to tell, Scorpio, and I'm saying that in a positive way. Reconnect with the deepest side of you and get focused on that, because we're going to need you to be all that you are when Mars comes into Scorpio this summer. So you've got some work to do, inner work. Sagittarius, 11th house, dreams, wishes, partners, gurus, teachers, masters, friends. This is good. This is partnerships. Maybe you'll be called to step up as a teacher. Maybe you're being called to step up into the position you need to be in. Wishes and dreams. So again, it is highlighted around partnerships, harmonious partnerships. 10th house, Cap. Wow, you guys are getting a lot right now. I know that. I really want to go more in. If you're a Capricorn, I hope you'll book a reading with me, because there's a lot I'd like to share with you guys. You guys have a lot of energy coming your way. And so I'm just going to tell you right now, and I'm not saying this because you guys can handle it. You're hardy and you're ambitious, so this won't scare you. But there's a lot of Capricorn energy coming in after Christmas, during Christmas, all the way into the new year. Huge planetary alignments. We've got Sun and Moon on New Year's conjunct this new moon. I mean, it's just incredible. You've just got to watch yourselves. Lay low right now. Take care of yourselves, because these energies can cause obsessions. These energies, your world is being shook up with Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorns like to have everything in order. They like to have their little worlds in order, and things have been shook up. So I just don't want you to panic, but I want you to take care of yourselves, and I just want you to get through the next couple of weeks. Be vigilant. Watch your environment, because when these energies come around, this is where the tool is awesome. We can pay attention, and we can kind of prepare ourselves, and we can maybe respond a little less impulsively. But you've got a lot of energy coming your way, and this isn't new for you. Every month, last month, all the Scorpios got it. Right now, Sagittarius is getting it. The way the universe is lined up the last year, we've seen huge lineups that you don't usually see in each month. You guys remember February? We had Pisces, like 7 Pisces lineups, I don't know, it was crazy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's keep going. Aquarius, 9th house. You know what? This is education. This is school. Go back to school. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go back to school. Learn something new. You need a fresh vision. It's just you've been hanging on to the past stuff too. Saturn's been squaring you, so you just kind of haven't been able to go forward. You've had to look at things, because you guys, we're human, and we mess things up all the time, and we're just, I don't even know that we mess things up. I shouldn't say that. We grow out of things, or things just don't work, and part of life is learning to accept that in a positive way. It's all in your perspective. If we get mad or blame anybody else, I can't be successful because this person did this, or this person did that, or I can't go forward because of this. You know what? You'll always be in the victim role. And I'm saying this to everybody, not just Aquariuses. I'm saying this to everybody. So the new vision is about take your life back. Just do it. Take your life back. Look at what's in your heart. You know what you want to do. Do it. Don't care about what anybody else thinks. Do it. Just do it and embrace it. And the people will come into your life to help support that. And, Aquariuses are special. So get out there. Do your thing. You guys are very connected right now to this harmonic energy going on. You're very in tuned. Use your gifts, but don't get scattered. That's where those really highly vibrational energies that Aquarius has can be difficult, because you guys tune in to like the fine tunings of the universe. And when your world isn't harmonious, everything can seem erratic. So you've got to get harmony. You've got to get right. You've got to get focused. Get focused on something fun. do something fun during this 8 months. Learn something new. Take a class. Just be a student again. See how that feels, and that'll be really neat. And my dear Pisces, you guys are always last. We are always last in the 8th house. So, I'm not getting out of this 8th house stuff. I'm telling you right now. I had Scorpio in the 8th house during that, and now Libra. Well, because, again, this is one thing I want to share with you guys. This is the general lineup for the generalized sun signs. But in your personalized chart, this lineup may be different, the way that the degrees set. So that's why a personalized reading will help me help you understand it in a little bit more intricate way for your life. But typically, Pisces, Libra falls into the 8th house, and this is your intimate relationships, your closest people, your intimate financial connections need to be looked at. It could even be past things. You need to get right with some past relationships in your finances. It's going to call you, Pisces, to really go in and clean out the financial closets, clean out the relationships that are toxic, that aren't productive, or change them. It's not always about just getting rid of a relationship. It might just need to be just different expectations put upon it. Maybe the expectations that you have for it are not fair. Maybe it's not possible. So maybe there are parts of that relationship that can go. Now, sometimes when you change the dynamics, people aren't comfortable with that, and they might not like it, and they might be uncomfortable with it, and they might leave. But that's okay. You still did what you have to do. So I'm talking to everybody right now about relationships a little bit because we're all dealing with them. Okay, so I hope that was okay. I could go on and on. I'm kind of tired now. That was long. I really enjoyed that, though, you guys. And I'm going to be doing this kind of stuff. So please comment below and book a reading with me. I'd love to do one for you. Okay, have a great day. I just want to wish you guys a happy full moon in Gemini. Right now, as we speak, I've got the most brilliant sunset going on behind me. It was more brilliant just a few minutes ago, and now I want to show you the full moon coming up over my ranch in Gemini. There he is. Isn't she beautiful? And this is where I want to invite you guys. This is my commitment that someday we can all get back up here and, talk astrology. We're all enjoying the full moon tonight. My dogs. Betty! Come on, Betty! Come on, Betty! Come on. Where's my boy? Come on. Come on, Betty! Not you, bully. Come on, Betty! Come on, baby. Betty! Hey, come here. Come here, my baby. My boy. This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my wolf dog. Want to say hi to the people? Want to say hi? We got a full moon. Oh my goodness. Come on, let's talk. Oh, come here, let's talk to people. Say hi. Hi. I wish I was as handsome as you. I wish I was as handsome as you. You gonna say happy full moon? Happy full moon. What? Hey guys, this is my dog and pony act for you. Happy Christmas, holidays, and enjoy and reconnect with the things that are important. And we'll see you in 2014. Bye.